Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Patra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market's opening action, the early deals. What are you spotting in terms of sectors and stocks that are moving the markets right in the early trade? And also, what are the factors that are going to be important to track through the day to day and what will impact the market direction going forward as well? All of that coming up over the next 4 to 5 odd minutes. So do stay tuned. First up, it's a big day because the RBI policy outcome is just about half an hour away from right now. The markets have opened higher. We've actually seen mixed global cues. The US markets ended mixed, and the Asian markets opened slightly flat amid slight worries on the US China tiff over Taiwan. But the Indian markets, SGX Nifty was indicating a positive start, and that's what exactly we have seen today. If you talk about the markets today, we have actually seen the Sensex open higher in today's trading session. In fact, 58,445 with a gain of 150 odd points was seen, and a quarter percent jump on the Sensex. Also, the Nifty trading above 17,400 mark right in the early trade. In terms of the other, so now 0.35% uptick. So the markets are moving a tad bit more higher at this point in time. The market breadth in terms of the Nifty stocks favoring the bulls at this point in time. 35 advances to 15 declines. The top gainers right now: Cipla, Sun Pharma, Nestle, Apollo Hospitals, and Infosys. So some pharma majors, healthcare majors, definitely taking the move up from yesterday's up move as well. And some of the FMCG majors also coming in action. What's on the downside? You have NTPC that's dragging the street, Tata Consumer Products, Coal India, Shree Cement, and SBI ahead of its earnings, not doing too well in this morning action. Talk about the broader markets, the mid cap and the small caps. Small caps really outperforming the benchmarks, 0.5% uptick, 0.3% of gains in tandem with the benchmarks right now for the mid cap 100 index. What's in terms of sectoral indices? What are you really making of the movement right in the early trade? Well, most of the sectors are just about 0.5% to a percent up right now, but the auto stocks are seeing some kind of profit booking taking place. It's flat with a negative bias. 0.5% gains for the FMCG index. That's the better performing index today. The metals are shining bright, 0.7% uptick for that one. PSU banks up by 0.6%. But remember, it's the rate sensitive sectors that may come under pressure, but there is a wide expectation that the RBI may go ahead for a rate hike. How much is the question that we will find out just half an hour away from now. There is a wide expectation of a 25 basis points to a 50 basis points rate hike this time around. In case that rate hike happens, of course, the markets have somehow, discounted this kind of a hike. But keep an eye out on the auto stocks, the royalty stocks that are up quarter percent right now, and the bank stocks as well, as those will be very important to track. The Nifty Bank right now, 0.4% up and in trade 37,904. That's the level that you're watching right now for the Nifty Bank. Apart from this, if you also see some of the stocks that will be in focus in terms of news, Gujarat State Petronet, GSPL. The stock is in focus on the back of earnings. The company has reported an 11% year-on-year growth in consolidated profit at 648 crores. BEML, that stock is going to be in focus. The company has an order book of 9,100 crore rupees as of June, including the order book of 571 crore rupees during the quarter ended June 2022. The company has also reported earnings, a consolidated loss of 82 odd crore rupees. Adani Ports is in focus as well. The company has signed an MOU with Adani Ports. The AD Ports Group has signed an MOU with Adani Ports and SEZ for a strategic joint investment on the logistics infrastructure and solutions. Adani Enterprises again in focus as well, as subsidiary Adani Road Transport has entered into a definitive agreement to acquire Gujarat Road and Infrastructure Company as well. So that stock will be in focus. Entire Adani Group should be in focus because of that. REC should be in focus. The company has clocked in 8.2% increase on a year-on-year basis in the consolidated profits. That has come upwards of 2,400 crore rupees. Balkrishna Industries has reported a 7% increase, 7% year-on-year decline in the consolidated profits. That stock could be in focus. The tire company, Alembic Pharma, it has posted a consolidated loss of 65.5 crore rupees in the June quarter. Keep that stock is in focus right now. LIC Housing Finance has reported a 503% year-on-year growth in profit at 925 crore rupees for the quarter ended June, on as impairment on financial instruments declined quite sharply. Revenues have increased by 9%, so substantial. increase on the profit front, also on the back of some impairment of the financial instruments. So keep that stock in mind as well. But all eyes, like I said, will be on the RBI governor. Just about half an hour from now, the countdown has begun. Markets will be tracking the commentary on not just the rate hike, the stance that the RBI does, any indications of the withdrawal of accommodation that they have been pointing on, also on the pace and the length of this rate hike cycle. How long will it continue? How much more will the rates be hiked going forward from here? That will be an important factor for the markets to track in terms of the commentary of the RBI governor. Also, what we'll be watching out for is any tweaks on the inflation and the growth forecast, any tinkling of worries on US coming in technical recession. Can that impact Indian markets? The rupee volatility, that will be an important factor to watch out for. All of these will be definitely, the markets will be keeping a keen eye, and therefore you can actually see slight volatility right ahead of the RBI policy. Last 3 days, we've seen the volatility index really rise sharply, although tad bit below that 20 odd level mark right now. We'll keep a watch on all of this, and don't forget to stay tuned live for the RBI governor's speech, and thereafter for a full panel of experts. Joining me will be economists and also bankers. I will also have with me experts, editorial experts, decoding for you what this RBI policy will actually mean for you. How will it change your life in terms of your impact on your wallet, in terms of impact on your loans and your EMIs? All of that will be discussed right post the policy announcements by the RBI governor at 11 o'clock. So 10 o'clock, you have a date with RBI governor on Business Today TV platform on this YouTube channel. And then thereafter at 11 a.m., I will be coming back with a whole host of panel discussion on the RBI policy outcome and decoding of that. So do stay tuned on to for that. Thank you very much for tuning in for this update, and see you very soon on Business Today TV.